This episode is brought to you by Jane, a practice management software and EMR built to support the day-to-day work of running a business. Practitioners know care begins before a client arrives. Jane is here to support every part of that experience with features like online booking, scheduling, and payments. Learn more about Jane at jane.app/demo. And if you're ready to get started, use the code ABMP1MO, that's ABMP, the number 1, MO, for a 1-month grace period on your new account.
Hello and welcome. You're listening to Fully Booked with Elicia Crook on the ABMP Podcast Network. Welcome back to the podcast. Today we're talking about something that can really change the way that you market your clinic. It makes marketing a whole lot easier because a lot of practitioners will talk a message to everyone. They'll try and say everything to everyone, educate everyone, try and convince the people who don't even think they need your help, and then wonder why marketing feels exhausting. So today I'm going to walk you through what's called the 4 levels of awareness, and understanding this concept changes the way you write, speak, post, and promote your work. I think that when you start to use this, your content that you write lands, your clients feel seen, and booking becomes the natural next step. So before we jump in, quick heads up, if you're looking for more clients, I've got something for you. Maybe starting out, maybe you're trying a new skill, or you just need bookings to fill your calendar. Fast 5 is a mini course from the Health Leader Co. with simple, fast strategies to bring in clients right now. Normally this is $347, but ABMP podcast listeners get 50% off with the code ABMPPOD. You'll also earn 4 CE credits in the US. Check it out here at gohealthleaderco.com/5. Marketing is one of the biggest sticking points for massage and bodywork professionals. Most of us were never taught how to market ourselves, and the very idea can feel overwhelming or even uncomfortable. Here's the thing, marketing isn't about being pushy or salesy. It isn't even about being icky and weird. It's actually just about communication. It's about sharing your story, your values, and the difference you make in people's lives in a way that allows the right clients to find you and choose you with confidence. Another way of saying this is when marketing aligns, people get what you do before they even come in. The levels of awareness is a 4-step framework to helping you know how to reach your target audience. By using this copy, you can use it in Google, Instagram, Facebook, ads, blogs, even your flyers that you have in your practice. I think of this framework as a triangle. The bottom is level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, etc. It goes up the triangle till it gets smaller and smaller because each group actually gets smaller and smaller along the way. Right at the bottom is our level 1, and these are what we call unaware people. These are people who have no idea that massage could help them. They don't know about bodywork. They don't even know that you exist, and sometimes they don't even realize that they have a problem. Often these can be people that I don't like being touched, or who have never thought about massage before. And most of us think that these are the people we need to convince. But here's the truth. They are the hardest and most expensive and most draining people to market to. Level 2, just up the triangle, is called problem aware. These are people that know something is wrong. They've noticed the headaches, the stiff shoulders, the fatigue, the lower back pain, or that they can't move like they used to. They feel it. They complain about it. We've all got family members we can probably think of yep, I know someone who's stuck in problem aware. They are very clear about their problem. They want to tell me all about it. But here's the thing, they just don't yet know what the solution is. They might even think that they have to be stuck with that forever. Our next level, level 3, moving up the triangle, are our solution-aware group. Solution-aware know they have a problem and they're looking for ways to fix it. Maybe they're Googling things at night like natural ways to fix headaches. or how to recover faster after training. They may not know who you are yet, but they're actively hunting for a solution. These are the Googlers. They're the Facebook group question askers. They're people actively searching for answers, and they are your next best friend. Finally, the sweet spot right at the top are the you-aware people. This is the gold mine. These are people who know, like, and trust you. Maybe they've been referred by a friend or they've worked with you before, but when they think of getting help, they think of you first. So the levels of awareness is a little bit like an elevator. We go up and down. Because if you are looking for, word of mouth and referrals, then you need to make sure that the you aware section is quite big and heavily populated. If you've only just started out, or you've got staff working for you, or you're in a new area, you probably don't have a lot of you aware people yet. So what we want to do is take some of our problem aware people and our solution aware people and then actively say, hey, I'm over here, come and help, let me help you with that. If you are building if you've got a new niche or you've got a new modality or perhaps modality that a lot of people know about, then you want to educate people, the problem aware, bring them through to solution, and then you, by way of consequence, become the people that they want to see. So we start out by pointing out the problem. Do you have lower back pain? Problem. Solution. Did you know massage can help? And then you can give them a statistic. People who have massage are less likely to be injured, you get out of pain easier, recover better, etc. Save time, book online. I'm a therapist in your area. I can do this. This is my jam. Maybe not quite say like that. But basically what we're doing is we're taking problem and solution aware people and bringing them up the levels of awareness because they're becoming aware of what massage and body work can actually do for them. No one ever comes in, or rarely do they come in and say, I just really like you to increase my circulation. Or could you please help the thixotropic nature of my fascia? Or I've got a hyper-irritable spot within a top band of skeletal muscle that's giving rise to some characteristic referred pain and dysfunction. Most of the time people come in because they are aware of the problem that they have. Listen to that language because it's gold. It will help you know how to language it for the next, if that's the kind of people you want to see more of them. What do they say their problem is? Actually, write it down if you want to have a good ideas book and write, keep it at the desk. When we are looking at how we can niche, it's important to understand what the problems you solve are, and what the solution is, especially if you are talking about something that not everybody knows about. I am a remedial massage therapist, and I'm a Bowen therapist, and I'm a gentle scars therapist, and I'm a remedial hot stone therapist. I can use any one of these. However, if you've ever spoken to someone and you say, I'm a massage therapist, and most people go, oh, cool. Like they lean in, they're like, oh yeah, that's great. Or they're like, However, if you share with them a modality or a practice that is something they don't know, they are then sitting in unaware. So part of our job is to actually help move them into aware. I didn't even know that modality existed. Didn't even know. For me, 4 years ago, I didn't even know gentle scar therapy was a thing, even though I have lots of scars as a person who lives with them. Bowen therapy is something that not a lot of people know about, but yet there are 30,000 Bowen practitioners worldwide. Like there are so many different types of modalities out there, and often when we have a more unusual one, we just need to do a little bit more education to move people up the awareness ladder. And I think that honestly, this is where social media comes into its own, because we can use things like reels or blogs and actually just share the stuff that we do every day in the treatment room that's really normal for us. We can share that with our clients and help them move up the levels, because then when they go to their family and friends and say, hey, you should see so-and-so, they're actually really good at that. I didn't even know you could treat that. Yeah, and yet you can. If you're noticing that something is different, point that out, because people need to know what it is that you've done. A message to everyone is a message to no one. And that's why the levels of awareness is really helpful, because we don't want to just go out there and speak to the unaware people. We really want to be able to go and speak to the aware people. when I was running my practice, I decided to run some workshops on couples massage workshops. I decided to do seated because I didn't have to worry about anyone getting undressed. And I would just have, a handful of couples that would come in and learn how to massage their partner. I started by advertising my message to everyone. And when I didn't get any bookings and I didn't make any money and I spent lots of money on Facebook ads and lots of money on, all the other things that I'd done marketing to get it there, I realized, hang on, I need to flip this on this head. And I started to talk to my clients who knew, liked, and trusted me. And ended up running my first one. I had 4 couples in the room and we worked for, an hour and a half. I think it was, we had a 3-hour, 2.5-hour workshop. And it was lovely because what I realized was when I listened to my clients, the problem they said wasn't like that they needed this and this and this. The problem was I really want my partner to give me a massage, but their fingers get sore, their thumbs get sore. So part of my marketing was, would you like to treat your partner without their hands getting sore? Would you like your partner to treat you and their hands not get sore? Come and learn couples massage in a safe, small environment and learn how to treat your partner. It was lovely. I like I said, a number of couples come in. We tried different things. So we tested and measured. We tried mums and daughters. That didn't fly so well. But the couples one did really well, especially when we started to talk about the problems that our couples spoke about. So I guess the big thing with this, levels of awareness: unaware, problem aware, solution aware, you aware. Getting as many people in the you aware box comes from education. If you've got lots of people in your you aware box, then you probably don't need to be doing a lot of marketing. And I think it's important to point out when we're doing word of mouth and referrals that it's still marketing. People will often say, I don't do marketing, I just do word of mouth and referrals. This is a slight rant here. However, if you look at what they're doing, they've often got a website, a Facebook page, maybe an Instagram page, and so they don't think of themselves as marketing. When in fact, they often just already have enough you-aware people in their top box that they don't need to do the other stuff. However, if you're just starting out or you've just moved locations or you've got a new modality, you need to know these things in order to be able to move up. So I think it's really important to notice that, marketing doesn't necessarily have to be dancing on TikTok all the time. It can actually just be getting your message out there and speaking to solution and problem-aware people and actually just sharing what it is you already do in the treatment room so that people have a better understanding and can then come and see you. When you get really clear on who you're speaking to and what stage they're in, I think that your marketing gets a lot easier and really starts to attract the right clients in who get what you do before they even come in. For more insights, practical tips, and inspiration to take your practice to the next level, subscribe to the ABMP Podcast Network wherever you listen to podcasts.